to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who actually might be on YouTube. This is an influencer. We've got trendsetter, content creator, follower, and online influence. And I feel like this is somebody who has been a little bit quiet or kept a little bit under wraps, that they have a very spiritual purpose or dedication to what they do. This is a person who wants to have a positive influence on the course of things. And I do feel like they have an upcoming interview that is going to kind of flip the script or expose a secret that somebody has tried for a very long time to keep out of the public eye. So we could have kind of like an oops moment where someone says something and they realize afterwards that it was not the best thing to say. Or we could have a very pointed question that, you know, the response just kind of gives you everything that you need to know. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Mallory. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Boomy. Hello, Dragons. How's it going? Hello, Grindhard. Hello, Tandy. I didn't think I would come back for another reading today. I got a lot going on, but I have like 40 minutes free, so I figured I'd come on for at least like a little bit of a quick one. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, and right below that, you can also click on a link to help you join the memberships, because I know you want more content. Let's start off with the tarot of the carrot people, huh? Tarot of the cat people. And see where we're going with it. Hello, Spirit Walker. How are you doing? Aw, thank you, Dragons. What do we have? Seven of Pentacles, the World. Eight of Pentacles. This looks like a, how do I say this? I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is intellectual property that is claimed by someone and it's not theirs. Or somebody who is bragging about what they've accomplished or how smart they are, what they've been able to create. But it seems very blustery. It seems very hot air. So they like to be seen as this expert or guru or, you know, the person who like created the whole idea or industry. But the reality is it wasn't them. And the World is clarifying influencer, which is interesting because the World would be the reference to like online stuff, World Wide Web, that kind of thing. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Three of Wands. Huh. This feels like a really good matchup. Whoever this interview is on or between, it's like I'm used to people, you know, asking me the easy questions or the basic questions, but now that I'm faced with you, you're really like going after the difficult questions, and I didn't think you would do that. So it's like someone's kind of taken aback or feels like they're not going to be put on the spot. They're not going to have to be prepared for like the difficult questions, right? Five of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Star. Yeah, I do feel like we've got some level of fame or notoriety. There are people who know this person's name, even though they haven't met them, right? But they threw someone under the bus or stepped on someone else's back, rode someone's coattails in order to achieve what they did. So they made a choice long ago to let go of some obligation or responsibility that they had towards a person that was helpful, and they chose themselves. We quote the doors out there. I like it. What else do we have? But this would be the person who feels like they are up on a pedestal, right? I did something awesome. Everybody loves me. But the truth is, this is somebody who is pretending or even like stealing other property. Maybe I shouldn't use this example, but the example that's coming to mind is Milli Vanilli, because they were lip syncing, right? They weren't actually singing. So they had this credit, or they had this like popular album, but it was kind of based on a lie, right? Because they wanted somebody that was more attractive in the music videos, right? Hello, Roland. Hello, Tashar. Thank you. Hello, Shane. How's your day? We have the High Priestess and Seven of Swords. The High Priestess is our journalist. I do feel like there is some level of fame on both sides, which kind of makes sense, right? So it wouldn't just be like a local news station, but more so someone who probably has an online media presence. And they know something. This is kind of like giving a gotcha moment. I ask you on so that I can have an interview, and you probably feel like it's not going to be too big of a deal. If it's challenging, you can work your way around it, right? But instead, I feel like the interviewer has information or some sort of evidence maybe, and it really makes this person struggle to know how to answer this question. It's like, ugh, I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how to look good answering that truthfully, or, you know, you got me backed into a corner. Hello, John. Hello, Masoom. Hello, I'm marrying Penguin. How we doing? Hello, is it Isadori? Hey, Renee, what's happening? Hello, yes, what about it? That's gonna be a negative answer for me. This isn't how I date. This is me working. Hello, Indu, how's it going? Hello, Cheeks. Hello, Fernando. We've got the Knight of Cups, which might actually be my spirit guides telling you to remember that you can always download a dating app if you're looking for someone to take out to dinner. But more than likely, this is what somebody expected in terms of like a welcome, right? Okay, so you're gonna interview me. I have some sort of fame. I'm not going to expect you to be too rude because, you know, that would just be awkward. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. You know, sometimes there are people who are afraid to ask the tough hitting questions, right? Whoever this journalist or this interviewer is, they're not afraid of those hard hitting questions. They'll get right into it. Roll up the sleeves, you know? Thank you, dragons. Hello, Ayan. Are you asking about me, Laura? Yes. Are there people who don't? We've got a Magician and the Three of Wands. Ooh, in the reverse. This is kind of funny. I probably shouldn't laugh at this, but we're dealing with somebody who has a very big ego. Somebody who doesn't expect that people would be disrespectful, or feels like everyone should be really excited to spend time with them or like be in their presence. So a bit of an inflated ego and feeling like there's no way that anybody would mess with this, right? Hello, JM, how are you doing? Hey, Mark, please do me a favor and don't yell in the comments. Sending you some clarity. Hopefully you get some clarity in intuitive messages. All right. If I didn't mention it, by the way, this is the Santa Muerte. So 2 of Cups in the reverse, no love lost. 2 Cups in the reverse, Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is like gloves are off. Like, I thought I could trust you. I thought you were going to be kind or, you know, ask some kind of like easy questions, no big deal. Because there's a reputation this interviewer has of being very sweet, kind, approachable, right? Maybe it's even just how this person looks. And then they get to asking questions and it's like, okay, so what was it that made your heart turn cold and decide that nobody else in the world matters but you? It's like, what? Like, damn. They just go in for it. Maybe it's not the first question, but I do feel like this is one of those like, whoa, where did you get your information? Hello, Danny. How's it going? That's funny. Hello, Dad. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Marie. 10 of Cups in the reverse, 6 of Swords. This person might walk out of the interview. I didn't feel like you were going to attack me like that, or I didn't feel like, you know, that was something we agreed upon. So I'm just going to leave. I don't want to be here. You made me look bad. So I think we have somebody who gets up and leaves mid-interview because they feel attacked. Hey, Tashar, if you could stop repeating the same message over and over again, that would be wonderful. At this time, I'm not doing personal questions. I do have to have a shorter reading right now, but if we get $15 in tips, I will take personal questions with priority to those that have tipped. Ooh. It doesn't matter that this person gets up and leaves in the middle of the interview. It doesn't matter that their feelings get a little bit hurt, or even if they don't answer the question, their reaction is answer enough. So this secret is out. I feel like they just didn't expect this question. Queen of Swords in the reverse. I do feel like someone might cuss out the interviewer or be particularly argumentative or combative over the interview question. Hey, Humble King, I would say yes, but I'm not a like guru or anything. If you've got questions about that, I would pose them elsewhere. Hello, Beelzebub. How's it going? Hello, Mulbahang. Did I say it right? The Hanged Man, the 9 of Cups? No, 6 of Cups. And the 4 of Wands in the reverse. It's like a public undressing, which just sounds like embarrassing because it talks like, or it sounds like it's talking about clothes. But this is like, you walk in, you think you're on top of the world, you think you have everybody like wrapped around your finger, you think you're hot-ish, okay? But then when they sit down, then when they get in the hot seat, we've got the 10 of Cups in the reverse because it's like, oh, you're not here to make me look good. You're here to make me look bad. So then they feel like they have to run away, but the damage is done. The way they handle themselves, the way they react, the way they probably throw a little bit of a temper tantrum ends up making this interview or this moment become very viral or become very sought out online. People want to see what this person really did. Hello, Sana. How are you doing? Thank you, Hater. How you doing? Hello, Travel. I have not had much time to watch movies. Apologies. Oh, good luck, Eric. For they know not what they do. Hello, how's it going, Jane? I don't think there's anything back there, but nice try. This is the Weird Cat Tarot, by the way. Two of Cups in the reverse again. This is like, I thought we were friends. I thought I could trust you. I thought we were just going to have like a nice little chat. And then you go out and with everybody being able to see, you ask a very inappropriate or difficult questions. Or one probably. But this is someone who all of a sudden they feel like, okay, I can't trust you. I don't like you. You made me look bad. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Now I feel like you emotionally manipulated me to get me onto this interview just so that you could make me look bad, right? Thank you, Grindhard. Let me write your questions down. Let me see. Does she feel... And when she started talking about... Okay, so you mean when did she? All right. Let's see what else we've got about the interview. Thank you, Grindhard. I appreciate that. Thank you, Diane. I hope you're having a good day. Shout out to Jeroen. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Mark. Did I say hello to Adiba? What's up? Knight of Wands. Angry. Quick departure. Page of Swords in the reverse because you made me look bad. Honestly, this is even looking like somebody is going to have a little bit of a temper tantrum with an agent or with like the producer. This is quite the explosion of emotions. I can't believe you would let them ask that. Who let them, have access to that information? Because it's not even just that you have the audacity to ask that question. It's like, how did you figure that out? How do you know this information? So they feel very exposed or, like I said, put on the spot, right? Death in the reverse. I thought that subject was gone. I didn't think we would be talking about that. And it's something that makes them feel like whatever they've been saying about this or trying to get people to believe. So they look foolish. But do we really blame the journalist for that? I don't know. For exposing the truth, Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you, Salvador. What's up, Kingly Eagle? Hello, Jimmy. This is the Golden Girls Tarot. Tell me more about this secret that's coming out. Queen of Wands. Three of Swords. Temperance. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like this is someone who is shocked that the news of their impending divorce or breakup has been found out. That there's something here about a relationship ending that this individual is trying to desperately make seem viable. Oh, we're not going to break up. We're not going to, argue. This is somebody who loves me. But there's a heartbreak here, and this is not something they want to talk about. It's something that they've tried to keep under wraps. And this interviewer is like, so I heard your marriage is falling apart. You want to talk about it? And they're like, what? Who told you that? It's like an unwilling confirmation of what they get asked because their reaction is not very subtle. Hello, Roma Bedlam. How you doing? Yeah, thank you for liking the video and subscribing. That means a lot. Hello, Carla. How are you doing? Beelzebub, you're going to have to be more specific because there's a cat here and there's a cat here. Sorry about the car alarm. Ooh, yeah. See, this is like the beginning stages of things being officially over in a relationship. And this individual was not prepared with the like conscious uncoupling comment yet. Like they didn't know how to announce to everybody that this marriage is ending, or that, you know, somebody has been figured out for maybe not being faithful, or maybe there's even a little bit of fraud. Oh, I'm sending you healing energy, Carla. I hope that goes well for you, as well as it can. So we have the Star. Can be a reference to somebody who is, you know, a pillar of the community, or a lot of people ask questions about. That's what I was seeing in my head, was the Three of Cups. Feels to me like there's a lot of social events, or a lot of social groups maybe that look up to or talk about this person. Because remember, they came out as an influencer. So this is someone who has at least got a little bit of a crowd of people who are trying to figure out, like, what you got going on over there? Tell me, are you single? No, DK, but if that's how you view it, don't worry, I won't be offended if you keep it moving. We've got the Two of Pentacles and the Fool in the reverse. I'm trying to make it seem like everything is fine, nothing to see here, right? I'm in a relationship and we're doing great. We just celebrated however many years. No big problem. And then the interviewer is like, oh, that's interesting because we just saw that divorce papers, or like, you know, whatever the file thing, the request, it was made yesterday. And they look stupid. I'm not saying like to be insulting, but they're confident in how they say everything is fine. And then when they get asked this question, it's like, oh, so you know that I was lying just now. Okay. Well, here's where it gets weird with that, Sudanshu. I'm looking at my phone. It's a mirror image, but I think it flips it for you. So what you're considering my left arm, I have no idea which one actually is the left arm in your way of seeing it. So dark kitty or skeleton kitty? Hello, Amita. How are you doing? Hello, Orlas. I do. Harder, my recommendation would be to use Fontina as far as the cheese. You probably want to mix it with something like cheddar or mozzarella. And then if you want to avoid burning the outside of the grilled cheese, some would recommend that you use mayo because it doesn't burn as quickly as butter. If you want to be fancy, you could add like a slice of heirloom tomato and some basil. All right, what else do we have? Ooh, the truth. We got the Ace of Swords. My. Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords. I'm trying to tell you that everything is fine, but in reality, things have gotten drastically worse. I'm tempted to say that we have somebody here who has actually got some problems trying to get through a divorce because of the investigations or the information that's coming out as the divorce gets messier. So there could be accusations or stories of somebody being less than nice, being abusive. There could be some issues here in terms of children and how they're cared for, or money and how it's spent. But I do feel like this person has desperately tried, and for the most part been pretty successful in keeping this information out of the limelight, out of people's hands. And this interview is like letting everybody in on the secret. Are we getting into the Coldplay? Coldplay lyrics? Thank you, Carla. What else do we have? Oh, and I didn't even say anything about the bread for grilled cheese, but like I'm partial to sourdough. I suppose to each their own. This is the Crow Tarot, and I'm thinking about renaming it to the Slow Tarot because I think I've been shuffling now for like 45, 60 seconds. Oh, are you mad because I was making fun of you? It's like, here we go, Carmen. Sorry. We got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Knight of Wands in the reverse. All of this effort gone. It's like they memorized note cards on how to talk about their marriage or this situation. I suppose for some this could be like a business or like a project they were really excited about announcing because there's a contract here. But I think for the majority of you, whoever this is, they've got a marriage or they've got a relationship that everybody wants to know about, and they're trying to hide a cheating scandal. I'm just going to say, I feel like this is a cheating scandal. Five of Pentacles. Hello, Stephen. How are you doing? I don't know who that is, but thanks, Carlos. Five of Pentacles is about being left out in the cold. I feel like this is someone who cheated and they got left, and the divorce is in the initial stages. And the thing is, they really felt like they were going to be able to be in control of this information or announce things the way they wanted to, make sure that they came out looking as good as they could, right? Like, yeah, maybe I messed up, but you know, it's okay because it's an unconscious or a conscious uncoupling. Unconscious coupling is not where we're going with that. It's not going very smoothly for them because they've been caught. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, a lack of loyalty. Page of Pentacles in the reverse, financial issues potentially, or, you know, future projects or dreams potentially not being realized because of this choice. So Ten of Swords, betrayal. It could be that this person's soon-to-be ex is announcing this to people, right? Awkward. Because then you can't really say it's a lie, right? You're trying to keep this on the down low. You don't want anybody to say anything. And if it's just like TMZ out here trying to say that you're going through a divorce, you can be like, where'd you get that from? But if it's literally like your soon-to-be ex being like, oh yeah, no, it's over. They cheated. That might make it a little bit more difficult. Hey, Masoom. I will do personal questions if we reach $15 in tips. Easy for me to say. But I do have to warn you that I don't have as much time today. I have like maybe another 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. So we've got the Four of Cups. You want everyone to think that your relationship is just fine. You want everyone to think that there's no drama here, but then that drama lands right on the table in front of you. You can't do anything about it. Everybody can see, right? Hey, Adiba, I did just explain that, but every now and then I will do personal questions at the end of a reading once the tip reaches $15, but I do give priority to those who tip. Plenty of times that I've answered the questions in the live chat that have not tipped, generally because it seems like a very important question. So I do ignore the ones like, when am I going to be rich? Because I don't care about those questions. But people who need some good guidance because they're in a difficult situation, I think those are important, right? LOL, Pimp Daddy. Yeah, Joy, you know, that happens. Big brain. I love it. All right, so Chariot in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Four of Wands. Okay, I don't think I can really do justice to the joke, but does anyone out there, have you heard of Oli and Lena jokes? Because there's an Oli and Lena joke about, I was just adjusting the clutch. I can't do it, okay? My mom can do it, absolutely, with like a perfect like Norwegian Iowan accent, if that makes sense to anybody. But this is somebody, the general gist of that joke, by the way, is that Oli and Lena, who have the hots for each other, were out for a nice Sunday drive and they were getting a little hot and heavy on the drive, okay? They stepped out of the car, got a little hot and heavy. Then somebody else, I think it's Sven, pulls up and asks if Oli, like, is everything okay? And he says he's just adjusting the clutch. And Sven says something like, well, did you know your car's like a mile down the road? So maybe he got a little bit too busy with Lena to notice that the car left. This is somebody who doesn't seem to have realized that the information they've been like hiding or protecting, they can't control it. They have zero control over this because the person that they have upset is someone who's willing to share their business. There might even be a book deal, you guys. This could be a little bit difficult. Oh, it is. It is. Go ahead. Look up the Oli and Lena joke. It's gotta be there somewhere. Adjusting the clutch. Hello, Nick. How are you doing? Yes, exactly, Key Controller. I don't know if you appreciate just how difficult that is for me every day. You can, if you were to ask any of my former coworkers, maybe I shouldn't reveal that. I was the person who did the that's what she said. Maybe I got obnoxious with it, but I was the one that always went for that silly humor. Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Empress. Oh, so you're saying that the marriage is great and the relationship is phenomenal, it's never been better, and you just went on a vacation with this person who, in today's Wall Street Journal, decided to say that y'all are getting a divorce? That's the same person you're talking about? That's weird. I wonder why those stories don't line up. I wonder why your partner is telling a completely different story. That's interesting. Bedlam, that's funny. Yeah, I really enjoy making jokes that make people question, like, how messed up are you? But I think it's also because I like to watch shows like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you know, like shock value, chef's kiss. All right, this is the Edgar Allan Poe. Hello, Tanaya, how are you doing? I hope I said that right. Bedlam, you're awesome. I once created an entire, like, full page, like 12-point font list of Chuck Norris jokes that were tailored to the industry that I worked in. You know? It's called too much time on my hands, right? And maybe too much appreciation for Chuck Norris jokes. I also created an entire Jeopardy game based off of training information to make training less painful and torturous. Because who doesn't want to play Jeopardy? I do. Anyways, moving on. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, so you're single. You just didn't want to admit that you're single. This person's called out in the middle of an interview. You think you can tell everybody what you want and we'll all just eat it up and believe it. But here's the divorce papers. What do you got to say about that? So they end up looking foolish. They end up looking like, you know, they thought they could get away with this lie. It's just a bad situation for them because it's not even just, it looks like you're getting divorced. It's like specifically, it looks like you got caught cheating, right? Is that, am I reading this wrong? Could I just want to read that right there for me? Yeah. Like that scene with Stewie and Brian, where I think it's Stewie who just keeps asking questions in a higher pitched voice. Yeah, is that what you think? Yeah. You want to keep lying? Because, like, I have this proof right here. Oh, this is just, they feel so trapped. They feel tricked. They feel like they have nowhere to go. And I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry, you guys. But this is what happens when you are overly confident in your ability to lie. I can lie about anything and everyone will believe me is a story that never ends well. Ever. Truth is really important. And this person's finding out that they have to be honest about this situation because somebody else has already been honest. Somebody else has already spilled the beans. Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Lovers in the reverse. The Tower in the reverse, Judgment, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Oh my God, you guys, this is like embarrassing. I have secondhand embarrassment right now. Lovers in the reverse, not being chosen or being left behind. Tower in the reverse, because I see exactly what you're up to. And not only that, it's not just about the partner who has changed their opinion about this influencer or this famous person. It's that whatever they've done or however they've been moving in silence, these exposed secrets of theirs change how other people view them. Like, hey, we thought you were like real cool and then you're out here doing this, right? Or then you're out here lying to people. I'm not going to mention a certain musician who got, you know, kind of demoted from Family Dude. Should I say Family Guy? Because I was just quoting that show. But, you know, maybe somebody this year kind of got demoted from Family Dude because we really like your music, you seem really relatable, but then you did that thing and had a baby outside of the marriage that you already have. That's what this is. It's not that person, but that's the similar type vibe, right? There's really no way for you to be able to deny it because we have this information like in print. It's like validated. That is a good one. Do you partake in volcanic fumes? That sounds dangerous. Hey, Dwayne. I take personal questions if we reach $15 in tips, and priority goes to those who tip. Hello, Blue. How are you doing? Page of Cups and the High Priestess. This is like impossible for them. They feel like they can just innocently kind of mince words or BS this interviewer, but they're coming out as the High Priestess again. Was it this one? Yes. This is somebody who came out as a spiritual seeker, right? Somebody who really knows what they're doing. Go ahead, try to lie to a High Priestess. See how well that goes for you. They might not tell you initially that they're onto you. They may not tell you that they know you're lying when you lie to their face. But it's gonna be embarrassing for you because the High Priestess picks up on those little details, right? All right, let's get a few from the situations deck. Hey, Blue Cat. These are general readings. There's a playlist if you're looking for something particular. Hey, Voyager, how are you doing? Hey, Woolly Mammoth's here. Yeah. Hello, amazing. How are you doing? Ooh, I told you. I feel like somebody has a diary or they wrote up like their own article for someone. And I feel like this is the person who got cheated on, the person who they might have a family with. But you can't tell this person I mean, maybe they are lying, but like probably not. For some of you, this situation is about someone who is in that interview being asked questions about their relationship, and then the interviewer says, oh, well, funny you say that the relationship's going well. I actually have your wife, your husband, or whatever it is. They're coming in right now. Let's see what they have to say about your relationship. And they might go, oh my God, run away. Excellent. Somebody say, hold on, I gotta look at this. Let me see it. Let me see it. Hey, Ober, you said you command me to answer you. This is me laughing about that. What do you think this is, bruh? Show yourself, Banshee. That's just weird, man. I don't hit you up and tell you what to do. You didn't even introduce yourself, bruh. Hello, nice to meet you. Could you do something for me, please? No, just straight into the being a jerk. I have like a little bit of extra sass today, you guys. I apologize, but I don't know. I think manners are really important, and especially on the interwebs, right? So we have a drama queen. I guess this is maybe spirit making fun of me right now. No, it's actually the fact that whoever is going through this divorce, whoever's been mistreated by the lying famous person or influencer, this is kind of like I'm getting my comeuppance, I'm getting my retaliation, my revenge. Maybe I might be just a little bit petty, right? Hello, Matash, how are you doing? It's like if a comedian we're gonna go and start their little shtick, their little, what is it called, you guys? Routine. And then nobody was laughing and they say, I command you to laugh. What? Does not compute. Call me Petty LaBelle. I love it. So yeah, I do feel like Petty LaBelle here is going to get, like, I don't know, the last say, get the last word in. And they're calling out this partner of theirs for the naked time that happened without them. Okay? For the cheaterama. For the garden tool action. Do you think it actually happened in the shed? Hello, Aquarius. How are you doing? Ooh, should I call you Ashley? I just read the last part of your name. Yeah. Look, this is full-on embarrassment, probably on a YouTube channel or like maybe even like a real news show. I'm a real boy. I can't, you guys. This person's just trapped. They're just like screwed. So confidently walking into this trap because they feel like everyone believes whatever they say. There's no chance anybody has any proof of what's actually happened. And then, bam, they just like slapped across the face with the truth. Like, I don't know what to do. Ooh. Hey, I'm so glad that you have like an appropriate username. I'm putting you on a little baby timeout because it kind of feels to me like you're being judgy. And there's just so many cool people in the live chat right now. I'd hate for you to like ruin it. You know what I mean? Hello, Derek. How's it going? What's up, Laura? I love that it says 1.8 thousand seconds for the timeout session. Do you think they do that to make it difficult for people to figure out when they can come back and be annoying again? Like, you have to count that and then you can come back. Sneaky link, numbing. So this is somebody who felt like they could sidestep the things they didn't like in their life and indulge or partake with somebody else outside of their group. They wanted to be able to love bomb or kind of massage the details or the facts to always sound like they were a good person. This is them hitting that brick wall, that realization that at some point, if you're always lying about who you are, it's going to catch up to you. They can't lie anymore. The facts are right there. Thank you, Dagstar. Seed. Hello, Mitesh. I do offer personal readings. They run from $40 USD to $100, depending on the length of the reading, and they are ad-free. I'm doing well, thank you, Derek. I'm just a little extra sassy today. I don't know what it is. A little extra giggly. Skirt. This is them running away from the interview, you guys. Oh, you know the truth? Like the dude, the CEO dude from, what was the Coldplay dude? I don't know where he worked, who cares? You know what I'm talking about though, the Coldplay couple where they're like, ah! They disappear. That's what this person's doing in the interview because they get called out for their lie regarding their relationship. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. You guys, I'm starting to feel like there might be more than one person who airs this dirty laundry out or talks about the affair. Like, it kind of feels to me like the spouse and the affair partner talk about what happened. Because someone's getting called out for what they like in a bedroom. You like what? Ugh. They're getting called out for it. All this dirty laundry hanging out for everybody. All right, we've got Bonnie and Clyde liftoff. Yeah, so now we've got somebody who's going to have to admit or is faced in a public situation with the truth, which is your relationship isn't really doing all that great because you got caught with your pants down. Can I say that? Oh, sorry. I know it's not proper to yuck someone's yum, but this was more so what the societal response is going to be. This is like insult to injury. So they get called out for lying. They're exposed for how they treated their relationship. And then I feel like the affair partner is like, oh, by the way, this is what they like. I don't encourage that. I don't feel like that's a good move, personally. But I do feel like a lot of the folks who are looking for that kind of info, they're going to be very pleased with the tea. Very pleased with the tea. All right, I'm going to do Grindheart's questions real quick because I got to go. And thank you, Grindheart, for the tips. And then I'm going to sign off. Does she feel my love energy too? Oh, I'm not going to tell you, or maybe I am. This is kind of a phallic card. She does, though. There's intuition here. Very strong. Yeah, I think she feels the connection, but she's worried about whether or not it's giving into a temptation. She might be a little randy. She might be... Does that make sense to anybody? It's not really a term that's used much anymore. It's a little caliente. But I do feel like she's not interested in rushing the physical side, right? If there's no love, then I don't want to give in to that temptation. It's a little bit more than what you asked, but when did she start talking to family about him? This looks to me like in the evening last night around 8 p.m. It's very specific. I don't normally get such specific time information, but there's something here that I don't know if it was on the TV or somebody else was talking about it, but it was related and therefore led to them or to her talking more about you or about you. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. All right, I gotta run. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes and the tips, and I will see you on the next reading. Thanks, Starseed. My email address is in the description box. It's just my channel name, the full channel name at gmail.com. Adios.